welcome to my channel. My name is Hiba and I cover recent missing person cases. Today's video is going to be a little bit different because I want to get it out as soon as I can, so I am doing a voiceover. In this video, I want to talk about the Kandi Green Gonzalez case. More specifically, I want to talk about the voicemail that was left for Betty, Kandi's mother, on the day that she disappeared. To give you a brief overview, Kandi Green Gonzalez disappeared from Prestonsburg, Kentucky on June 1st, 2021. Kandi was last seen in a yard on Abbott Creek Road, essentially pleading for help from a neighbor. She explained that she had been kicked out by her boyfriend, Jeff Blackburn, and asked for her mother to be called. The neighbor agreed to call for Kandi, but the call went to voicemail. The caller did leave a message, and in this message, Kandi could be heard in the background desperately calling out for her mother. After being told to get off the property and being taunted by a group of men who were recording Kandi, she fled from the yard and ran into the creek. This was the last time that Kandi was reportedly seen. Kandi's shoes were found in the creek, and while some people believed that her trail ended there, we actually learned that she did make it out of the creek and up a hillside. According to her family, Kandi's footprints led back towards her home. In fact, her footprints were seen across the road that Kandi lived on. Unfortunately, we don't know what happened from here. I have several videos about this case, so if you're looking for more details or theories, feel free to check those out. Like I said though, the purpose of this video is to discuss the voicemail left for Kandi's mother that day. While some video footage of the interaction on Abbott Creek Road has been released, the voicemail was never actually released, at least not until recently. In an interview with Mountaintop News, the family shared the voicemail in hopes that it would bring information forward and to show that Kandi was in distress.
When, I personally can't be here, or Sue can't, or her brother, there's always people there looking.
In addition, the family says they continue to make flyers and follow up on tips given by the community. Also, in hopes of assisting their search, the family has decided to release a voicemail left by Gonzalez on June 1st.
We hope that that they're able to understand that Kandi was in distress and she wanted help and she wanted her mom, and I'm sure wherever she is right now, she still wants her mom. And we need someone to help bring her home so she can be back with mom.
Only a snippet of the voicemail was played, but I'd like to share the longer version.
Listen, I have your daughter. She says she's your daughter in my yard. She's asked me to call you, but she's and Jeff apparently has kicked her out. No, it's not fun. I thought that's what you were saying, Mom. Hey, Mom, it's voicemail, honey. Mommy, it's voicemail. That's why I was trying to just say. Wow.
In this recording, we hear the caller say, "Listen, I have your daughter. She says she's your daughter in my yard. She's asked me to call you, but she is," and then there's a pause, and she says, "and Jeff apparently has kicked her out." After this, we hear what sounds like a chuckle from the caller. I initially wondered if it could have been the woman coughing because it does kind of sound like a cough. However, it sounds like she proceeds to say, "No, it's not funny," and I thought that's what you were saying.
And Jeff apparently has kicked her out. No, it's not fun. I thought that's what you were saying.
While the neighbor making the call is telling Kandi that it's a voicemail, Kandi very clearly chimes in and says, "Mom, hey Mom, Mommy, please help me, Mom. Hey, Mom,
it's voicemail, honey. Mommy, it's voicemail. That's why I was trying to just say. Wow.
Hearing this is absolutely heartbreaking, and I can't imagine how Kandi's mom felt when she heard it. In my opinion, you can hear the fear in Kandi's voice. Her voice was clearly trembling. It seems to me that Kandi chimed in pleading for her mom to help because she sensed that the woman wasn't taking her seriously and that the urgency of the situation wasn't getting across. I'm not saying that the woman calling intentionally came off this way, but it's clear to me that she wasn't understanding or believing the potential danger that Kandi was in. This might be because she was supposedly taken aback by the situation. However, I think the outcome could have been very different here had the situation been handled better. I also think it's bizarre that this woman could did hear and see Kandi visibly distressed, especially after she made that phone call, and then proceed to kick her off of the property, like she does in the video footage we have.
I need you to get out of this yard or come talk to me. One of the two. Don't play on me. You are on our land. I need to understand why. I need you not to mess with the crops.
Because you're going to get the creek.
I'm not sure if she was potentially unaware that this was being recorded, but Kandi was clearly begging for help. Even if she felt that Kandi may have been a threat for some reason, she could have easily called authorities, went inside the home, and waited for help to arrive if she were afraid. Instead, she continued to yell, and she allowed Kandi to basically be ridiculed by these boys who called her crazy and so on.
She's going to get the creek.
Look here.
Hey, watch out, there's snakes down there.
What the heck is that?
Well, I don't know why you're trying to reason with her. She's clearly crazy.
I don't mean to necessarily blame this woman or the boys involved here, but I do think that their behavior could have changed the outcome here. For those that claim that Kandi was out of her mind or in some sort of induced state, I just want to emphasize that Kandi was able to give this woman her mom's number. She was able to tell her what was happening to her and that she needed help. It seems like she was even coherent enough to realize that she wasn't being taken seriously, which is why she might have spoken directly to her mother in the voicemail and why she eventually fled the yard. Like I said, I just wanted to share more of this voicemail with you all. Hopefully it gives you a better sense of how Kandi was feeling and how she was treated that day. It's now been over 75 days with no signs of Kandi despite ongoing searches. Someone knows something or saw something, and her family needs them to come forward. If you have any information about Kandi's whereabouts, please call the number down in the description below. My email is also below if you'd like to contact me. Like I said, this video is a little bit different from other videos on my channel, but I really just wanted to get this information out. Thank you for watching and for keeping up with Kandi's case, and I'll see you in my next one.